that make common sense. And if you don't do them, some people call that 52 pickup. But we ain't going to pick them back up. Come election time, we'll just get ourselves a new deck. Here's Fox News contributor Michelle Malkin. She is also the author of a brand new book, Culture of Corruption. Hello, Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you, Glenn?
You know, I'm really frustrated because I cannot believe that this media is actually forgetting all of the things. These are union people. All of the harassment over the years that the unions and Acorn have done. This is their MO. This is how they got us into this mess in the first place, by going and hassling banks and telling them, we're going to teach you a lesson. How is that possible that the media forgets this?
Well, it's not forgetting. I think there's a purposeful whitewashing and a narrative that somehow these unions represent blue-collar workers. That has never been the case. They have never represented the best interests of their dues-paying, card-carrying members. It's always been about enriching and enhancing and aggrandizing the management. And people need to know what they're up against. You need to know your enemy. The SEIU is 1.8 million members strong, and the dues that they have coerced and squeezed from those members have been poured into Democrat coffers. Andy Stern, who is the radical social worker turned union heavy, bragged that $80 million of SEI union dues went to the Democrats in independent expenditures, and a huge chunk of that, of course, directly into Obama's campaign treasury. I think it's very interesting and very important that people know his organizing philosophy. Andy Stern said this, and I quoted it in my book: "We prefer to use the power of persuasion, but if that doesn't work, we will use the persuasion of power." That is their MO. That is why you see these SEIU members clad in purple shirts beating up on innocent Americans.
Okay, so Michelle, on his blog, on SEIU blog, hosted over 700 healthcare meetings, had thoughtful exchanges prior to the arrival of anti-American shut-'em-down crowd. There's no question in my mind. You tell me what's going through the president's mind and how he thinks he can get away with, I mean, you know, modern, I don't know what you would call them. Would it be fair to call them brown shirts? Thugs. We've got a thugocracy.
Yes, well, they're purple shirts, and I think that's what we should call them from now on. And as I said, it's no surprise that it wasn't until these SEIU elements were introduced into the town halls that we saw violence for the first time. And the Obama administration condones it. Make no mistake about it. Their silence speaks volumes. HHS Secretary Kathleen Sebelius, who was endorsed by the SEU, a darling cabinet candidate for them, had a teleconference with the SEIU officials last week, and those officials referred to peaceful Americans demonstrating at these town halls as terrorists, and she encouraged them to keep doing what they are doing.
You know, Michelle, I've personally been not surprised. I'm personally targeted by some of these czars, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't really care. I can lose every dime I have. I don't really care. I know what the truth is, and I'm not going to shut up. It amazes me. I saw a video. I don't know if we have the video. SEIU has now come out, and I got hassled on the Tea Parties because when the Tea Party started, I said, I think they're a mistake. I don't think that it's time for it, etc., etc. They started, I got bashed by the right saying, you should get behind the Tea Party. Look at what SEIU has done. They have, oh no, you didn't put the, guys, what part of it did you, this is an SEIU video where he calls the SEIU, puts up on a screen, Glenn Beck's teabaggers.
Yes, that's right, a vulgar term, of course.
Why would they do that, Michelle?
Well, of course, you are a demon. You are their villain, and they are trying to tar the entire movement as some sort of top-down organization, when in fact that's huge projection. It's the SEIU in concert with HCAN, Soros money, and the entire vast left-wing complex at 1825 K Street that is organizing all of this. They are sending out memos through HCAN urging SEIU members, and this is a quote, ironically enough, to quote-unquote drown them out. Now, excuse me, wasn't it Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer who in USA Today accused us of quote-unquote drowning out debate and accuse us of being un-American? Where are their words of disparagement and condemnation for these thugs who have a history not only of leveling this kind of intimidation against their corporate enemies, people that have been resisting their union and collective bargaining efforts, but also by their own members. And they are the ones, the rank and file, who know the best and know well just how intimidating and thuggish this management can be.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. I appreciate you being on the program, and we'll keep watching it. You know, I have to tell you, I think the clock is ticking, gang. I think everybody needs to back away, not from your passions, not from what you believe in. You believe in healthcare, you keep going. You believe it's wrong, you keep going. But we need to be very, very careful. I fear for the future. Somebody's going to do something stupid and it will change the republic overnight. But it's also important that you get the facts on what's going on. Tomorrow, think the unthinkable. Tomorrow, think the things that, well, nobody else is talking about. We have a special on the future of healthcare. We're going to look at the words of the people in the administration that are advising the president. People like Ezekiel Emanuel, Rahm Emanuel's brother. He wrote a paper on the Complete Lives system, which says that healthy people between the age of 15 and 40 should get priority over younger and older people in times of scarcity. Well, gee, we could never have scarcity, not with, oh, wait a minute, I guess we do have a deficit problem. Will they install a death panel like former Governor Sarah Palin fears? I will show you on tomorrow night's broadcast why vigilance is so important now more than ever. Please don't miss it tomorrow. Now,